Good evening, Crystal and Nancy. This is my response to your presentation. I like the presentation, a lot of slides, very well researched. I did not know about the extent of human rights abuses in Saudi Arabia. I've heard about them, but never researched them personally myself, so that was very informative. I don't like to pose questions in these because it creates more work for you, but so take this as a rhetorical question. Please don't create more work for yourself. But as I was watching your presentation, I was just sort of getting the idea that with all these human rights abuses, I wonder if it's an intentional media blackout, if you will, from this from the topic of human rights abuses in Saudi Arabia, or is it at government direction? Because I mean, people want to know this stuff, and I mean, it's not only the president. I mean, it's congressmen, it's senators. None of them are doing anything to, I don't know, sort of say to Saudi Arabia like, hey, I know we buy a lot of oil from you guys, but could you not chop off the heads of girls who convert to Christianity or things like this? It's pretty horrific, some of the material you guys presented, and I just wonder why I've never heard about it at all before, other than just studying it in a class such as this. I mean, you hear about honor killings and things, but it always happens in Europe from people from Pakistan or people from Saudi Arabia or other countries that now live in a European country. So you just see it as kind of maybe fish out of water. They're in a different culture. They don't understand. And there's always a clash. And of course, the Europeans sort of blow it out of proportion because they're like, oh my God, some guy just killed his daughter because she converted to Christianity or something like that. But the fact that it takes place there in Saudi Arabia as well kind of shocks me to such an extent that you guys were so easily able to, sort of present all these very vivid examples as part of your presentation. So I guess, I'll just leave it with a rhetorical question of, I wonder why it is so blacked out in our media that we don't ever hear anything about it. I mean, even the topic of mentioning something like, well, 12 of the 9/11 hijackers were from Saudi Arabia. It's like, well, you can't say that. Like, what are you saying? What are you even saying? Well, I'm just saying that 12 of them were from Saudi Arabia, and it seems to support your guys' thesis or your guys' presentation that, Saudi Arabia sort of indirectly and directly supports terrorism. And then your thesis that the U.S. really doesn't seem to care. And I wonder if it's more to try to maintain status quo and say, well, we really don't want to mess up this flow of oil. Or I wonder how the U.S. would look if they finally just said, you know what, we don't really care about your oil. If you stop killing people, we'll still buy it. But stop killing your own people, especially, what I think one of the slides said 5% of the women work. I mean, really? 5% of the women work? I mean, what kind of country is that? I mean, you wouldn't even have an economy if it wasn't for the U.S. buying oil in that situation. I mean, why not just stop buying oil and let them collapse and then go in and take it? Or, I don't know, maybe that's extreme, but again, good presentation. I really enjoyed both of you. This is my second to last video. I'm going to go respond to the other one now, and congratulations on the semester. I hope everything went well for you.